How to have a workshop live to many or even to one or remote with video. How to have it successfully connect with people, make it engaging, show the value, and get the right people to want your help, your service, your product, whatever it is. The presentation has different elements to it. So what you want to present to will engage people so that you draw the right people to ask for your help, to ask for your product or service, and be more persuasive and influential during the conversation or the presentation. And these techniques also apply to one-on-one. So first off, there's three basic elements to a presentation. There's the beginning, as the old structure is, tell them what you're going to say it, and then tell them what you told them. So the introduction, the body, and then the summary. There's some things missing there. So first off, the mistake that many people make is they tell them what they're going to say. They tell the title. I'm going to be presenting about, and then whatever the title is, whatever product or service you're going to be talking about. That's okay, but they already know why they're there, what the product or the service or what the title is. What you want to do, as I did in this session, is include the benefits to the audience. And as I said, how to have an influential presentation live or one-on-one or remote to connect with people, to get the right people to want your product or service. So that's the benefit, is how to structure a presentation so that you connect with people and they raise their hand and they say, I want this person's help. So that's the missing element in many people. They just talk about the title and then they go into the body or they go into introducing themselves. When you introduce yourself and throughout this presentation, you almost want to have a theme or through line. However, when you introduce yourself, you want to build yourself up as an authority. And there are some language patterns that you can do. You want to be able to have them trust you. I trust this person. So some key elements to create that trust in you, because there are three pillars in trust. They need to trust you, the presenter. They need to trust your product or service that, yes, this is of value. And they need to trust themselves to make the decision to think, yes, this is what I need. This is what I should be doing or should invest in. So the beginning is the title and building the trust in you. And then you go into the body of the presentation, what you're going to tell them. The mistake you want to be cautious with is simply talking about the features of what you do, statistics, numbers, and just touching the benefits. You want to make it emotional, and you want to continue to build the trust in you and the trust in your product or service. And at that point, you can also create the trust in themselves. So during the body of the presentation, you want to use questions, you want engagement, you want them to be leaning in to want to learn more. And from that, they start to trust you in a bigger way. So one thing to think about is you're here at this point listening to this, which means you want to improve your presentation, your communication skills. You want to get more people to say yes to you, to make it more impactful and of value, which means you want to improve your communication skills and your presentation skills. So what did I do there? As I unravel what I'm doing, this is called creating an identity, building the buyer. And you can do this in your presentation. And this is what I suggest you do. This is just one small key element. This is where it builds the trust in them to take action. And you may want to write this down. This means, the word means, it's a category of words called cause and effect. So you being here means, and then I created an identity, means you want to improve your communication skills. You want to be a better communicator, presenter. You want more people to say yes to you. It could mean that. It may not mean that. You may be still at this point because you're curious or you're interested. However, I created an identity, and you can create an identity in your audience as well. The identity of what you want that kind of person to be, to take action, to see value, to see you as an authority, and for them to be a person that's confident or to protect their family or protect their business, whatever it is. You can create that just with the word meaning. This means you want to do, creating the identity, and people will live up to their identity. They will protect it. They'll take action. So you want to strategically think about what kind of identity you want them to have. And that's just in the body, and that's just one identity tip. There's different ways of creating identities. That's just one simple tip. That's how simple and effective it is. And I did it with you so you can hear how natural it sounds. Because in my training, I talk about being naturally influential. And it's holistic. It's the words you use, which create a train of thought, your voice, your body motion, your body language, your gestures, the questions you ask, reading your audience, and even your mindset. All of that impact holistically how you communicate and how they engage with you and see you at a subconscious level of intuition of, I like this person, I trust this person. So you want to know it's holistic. It's not just the words and being nice. There's a lot more to it to connect and influence people. So that's just in the body. So you got to talk about the intro, the title, introducing yourself, creating the trust in you, the authority, talking about your product. And during your presentation, you also want to use stories to create emotions and use emotions or metaphors or analogies. And you can weave them through your presentation so that way it's just not about the features or technical information. And then you get into the summary where you simply just don't want to say, this is my last slide. So let me open it for questions. You want to say, this is my last slide. And let me summarize. We talked about this and the value of this. And you want to present what you presented of being unique and of value. There's techniques to do that. I actually did one in this session. I don't know if you picked it up or not. However, there's things you can do during your presentation that can create a sense of value. So when you summarize, you go through to reinforce all the benefits, the emotions behind it, for them to take action. And then you also want to seed what it will be like to work with you. For example, I can say, for those that want my help to critique and fine tune the presentation or communication skills, and when you contact me, we'll go through a conversation about your strengths and where and how we can improve them and enhance the presentation. So that's the seed. What I did is I said the word when. So that's another word you may want to write down. When implies, it presupposes that we're going to have a conversation, and also it seeds, it starts to give you the sense of, when I contact Mike, this is what I'm going to experience. So they have to imagine experiencing that. So that's seeding. It's starting to reduce the fear of the unknown or change. And there's different ways of seeding, and you can seed throughout your presentation from the body into the summary. And you want to do that, again, to reduce that fear of change or the unknown. There's a lot more during the summary that you can do to reinsure that you get the right people to raise their hand and say, I want this person to help. Because not many people, most people will train presentation skills on the basics, on how to use your voice, which is important, how to use gestures or body language or certain words. However, it's, again, holistically, there's a lot more than just the words or your voice and your body language. So this is just a tip. There's a lot more. As I say, these little tips can help you instantly. It's like a small hinge that can swing open a big door. So these little small tips can swing open big doors of opportunities for you. So I thank you for listening. Wish you great success. Bye now.